out everything. I really was dumb at that point. That's years ago. Yeah.
What did it look like? What
It was
the
a vague
closest-
outline. I really just
No,
don't
I mean
remember.
like facially.
Black girl, attractive. I mean, literally, I just did not know.
I mean, you're saying black, but here I want to boil it down here. You fucked a black man in his ass.
Now, so did America. It shouldn't hurt her, did it?
But like he was really clearly like close shaved, clean shaven, no stubble.
No. I really didn't know. I would tell you this many years later that I knew. I really didn't know until I saw that, and I was already at mid-fuck. It's easy, but a lot of times people get fooled, man. I was a little more naive back then.
And that hooker turned out to be Danny Glover. Let's bring him in. A little surprise for you, Jim.
A little reunion.
I was researching a role.
You're a Caroline. We got to plug Patton's Caroline.
Absolutely.
You probably don't even need to be plugged, but when are you there?
2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Oh, you're just doing the weekend?
Yeah, 212-757-4100.
Yeah, I'm sure Patton will sell it out. And your book, dude, we got this. We didn't talk about it because we literally got it this morning. Like they didn't give us any advance copy.
For God's sakes.
Sorry. That's okay. Are you promoting the book? Has it been out for a while?
It came out Tuesday.
Oh, you're brand new. Okay.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, your first book, the Tales of a Meaty-Breasted Zilch, that was actually that kind of hung heavy over this book because I remember when I read it, it was like, oh, this fucker wrote a book. It wasn't. You didn't transcribe your fucking act. You didn't fill it with like lists of things. It was actual. You actually wrote a book.
Yeah.
So I had to go, oh shit, I actually want to write a book.
Yeah.
I don't want to do my act. I don't want to run stuff that I've run on the internet. There's only one thing that I did on my blog years ago. It's a little 2-page thing. The publisher's like, we really like it. Just put it in there. It's 2 pages. But the rest, I was like, I want it all to be original and kind of confessional. And so, thank you and fuck you for having that out there because that was against my back the whole time. Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
What's the book about there, Patton?
It's basically, it's my autobiography done out of order as a series of comedic essays about things, about working the road, and then my first job before I even realized I wanted to be a comedian, and then when I was really young, building snow forts. And so I tried to like nail exactly what my point of view in life was at that time. So just embrace how completely ignorant I was about certain things, and then you just sort of, even as you keep getting smarter and smarter, there's still just shit you absolutely don't understand.
Yeah.
So I just want to, because I just think that's what, nothing is funnier to me than people who think that, all right, I get the deal now, and you look at them like, oh god, they have like decades of shit to learn. They're so not done.
Close.
Yeah, they don't see the next subway train that's going to run them over.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I don't. Really
I stopped listening after Snow Forts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I fucking loved Snow Forts.
Yeah, that was. I just remember that was a big deal.
You brought me back, man.
Yeah, that was a big deal about growing up. So I did this whole thing of. There's a chapter called "We're Playing Snow Fort," but you realize that I'm watching my friends' parents. We lived in the suburbs, but there was a lot of like kind of 70s divorce / alcoholism / swinging going on.
Where was it? Suburbs of
Sterling, Virginia, Northern Virginia.
Wow.
But I'm looking at it through my 8-9-year-old eyes, and I don't quite know what. Like, if you read it, you'll go, "Oh, I see what he's looking at," but I have no idea. I think it's all some kind of wonderful adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the parents are really friendly with each other. So,
when did you realize it was swinging? Like, were your parents involved in it?
No, that's the thing that I actually appreciate about my parents. My parents were so square and boring and kind of just, let's go to soccer practice and bedtime at 9. And my friends' parents would let them smoke weed and go to concerts and stay out late. So I craved getting out and variety and having kind of a weird artistic life. And my friends, even though their parents were fun, their parents were also kind of scary because they would just, I couldn't pay the mortgage this month, but hey, those belly dancing lessons were fun, weren't they, that we took for no reason? So they grew up all wanting to be totally like married and kids, and everything is completely reliable. So they're still nice people, but they're not, they never got out and kind of wandered because they craved normalcy.
Wow, yeah.
And because you had so much normalcy, you went the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just knew, oh, my parents are okay. They'll be fine. They'll be there. my other friends are like, I don't know what the hell my parents are doing. They're, you know, my dad's moving out. There was all this weirdness. So they have become.
That was my growing up, though. I was the one with the crazy family.
Oh, really?
But then he also became a crazy alcoholic. So there goes that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, boom. Yeah, I blew my theory.
I went right into Yeah. I took up where it left off.
Oh, really?
I am the sequel.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take the baton from here. Oh, I got it, guys.
I got it.
You sit down. Watch this.
Rotted liver, part 2. Sorry, I don't mean that.
Yeah.
No, but please.
Yeah. But no, like that just seems to me, from my experience, that's what happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
When you see very normal, stable people, you go into their background, a lot of them come from really fucked up childhoods.
Yeah, yeah.
And they want that stability so bad.
I've noticed that everyone I know is from a fucked up childhood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, especially
How many people
girls.
escape that shit?
Any girl that has come through my life at any point in my life have all been batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Just batshit crazy. And then I've been told that, well, that's the pond you're looking in.
Yeah.
I'm like, but that's the pond where the fish fuck really well.
Exactly. You watch healthy fish in the pond.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Hatred of a father builds a strong pelvis. It really does. There is some kind of those muscles in there. Boom, man. It's like I'm gonna powder this memory with my pussy lips.
Oh fuck, man.
Hey, by the way, Ratatouille is still on DVD. Great movie for the kids.
Yes,
check that out.
That's right. You
Holy shit, you were
that one, huh?
Yeah, I always love to throw that in after I've said the worst
most
I can.
heinous thing. Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever gotten this, but I've gotten this a couple of times. Some guy told me, I saw this guy, and we were talking, he goes, dude, I saw an interview with Robin Williams, and he gave you props. I'm like, really? So, you know, look, I'm human. So I went home and I watched Robin Williams on Charlie Rhodes. And it was Charlie Rose.
Yeah.
And fucking, like 10 minutes into it, he's like, oh, yeah. And then there's comedians like Patton Oswalt. And like, he was really speaking very highly of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if that piece of shit guy mistook me. And I watched 45 more minutes, not one Norton mention. I've been confused for you a couple of times. I've had people say,
really?
yeah. I honestly, it's like just people that don't know comedy that well. We don't. That's similar, but I've had a couple of guys. That guy and another guy.
And the guy
recently,
you fucked in the ass.
Yeah, that tranny. Yeah.
Thanks, Spence.
Yes. Well,
Hey, by the way, my name's Patton Oswalt.
Yes. She thought I was Patton. She's like, I'm the king and I'm a queen. You know. But yeah, I had a couple times where I was confused with Patton. Have you ever got that?
God,
No.
that's depressing.
Especially the Robin Williams. I went home and watched the whole interview.
Wow.
I'd love to tell you I didn't care, but
What a great way to fuck with Jimmy also.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a big comedian say he was mentioned on a show, so Jimmy's got to sit there and obsessively
I was
watch
on
it.
fucking YouTube looking for Charlie. What was it? Well, it couldn't have been his 2005 interview. It had to be the recent one. Like, what a needy asshole.
I get it's not that I get mistaken for anyone in particular. I just get in you know, like when you're on something and someone goes, yeah, I saw you on that show, King of Raymond, and you realize that a lot of people watch TV, it's just a blur in the background, and they don't quite know how they know you. They know they've seen you do something. Like, I don't know what because you show up on a lot of stuff, and so you must get, you know, especially this last year with Bored to Death and Louis, which are very kind of, their shows kind of live in parallel universes. Do people ever get that messed up with you? Like,
yeah, they know you from somewhere. I love this one too. I'm a big fan. Your name, like they
I'm
just,
a big fan.
I've had that many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know your name. They just know that they've seen you on TV, and I never know what to say. If it's a hot chick, you tell her like, "Oh, yeah, I'm a comedian."
Yeah.
But when guys are like, "Where do I know you from?" I'm like, "Well, I come here often. I really do. I'm here a lot." And like, "Oh, all right." I never want to give them the. I'm on TV. Give a fuck.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Some guy in an elevator.
Then if you go, yeah, I'm on TV. Okay, so what? Name some stuff. You're like,
What is this now? It
Come
turns into
on,
a
man.
quiz show for me. Get the fuck
just
out of here.
go to my IMDb.
I met Mike Starr. You know Mike Starr?
Oh, yeah.
We did an episode of Ed together many years ago, like 2001, and I recognized him. I'm like, I know you. I'm like, he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, what were you in? He goes, what, you want my resume? And I was like, I was so embarrassed. But it was an awkward question.
He is one of those guys. He is in so much stuff.
Yeah.
That it is hard. I saw him in a Starbucks in L.A. and I had just rewatched Ed Wood, so I was lucky to go, oh, you're seeing an Ed Wood. He plays the exploitation filmmaker that hires
I don't remember.
Johnny. He hires him to do Glenn or Glenda, and he's so hilarious. He's like, They go, do you have a script yet? No, we got a poster, and it's a sex change thing. Those Okies out in the Midwest, they love that sex stuff. They get all, like, he's so hilarious.
We already sold the Midwest.
Yeah, we sold the whole Midwest. I got to get this movie made. Like, all he has is a poster for this shitty movie.
Poster.
Yeah. So it's just awesome.
Yeah, Mike Starr is one of he's like J.T. Walsh had that kind of face where you know him and you see him in everything.
Yeah.
Most people didn't know the guy's name.
He turns up in so much stuff. Mike Starr, wasn't he in Goodfellas?
He was in Goodfellas.
He was the guy, you're looking at him.
Yeah.
I'm the commandant. I'm the midnight date man. Yeah.
I've seen him in scenes with Nicholson, obviously with De Niro and Leo. It's like he's done scenes with fucking everything.
That's right. He was in he's in Mad Dog and Glory, and him and David Caruso have a fight up in an apartment, and it's so funny because they're beating the shit out of each other, but they're also going, watch the glass, you asshole! Like, don't break this. It's this very realistic fist fight, the way that two guys would actually fight each other. Like, I can't. Fuck, it's such a good scene.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Watch it.
I just remember as they're I mean, they're really pummeling each other, but they're also like, there's glass there. Don't back me up against that. God damn it! Like it's
when you fight with rules, guys are fighting with rules.
That whole not the hair. God damn it!
I hate to have to ask you, what's the title there? Zombie Spaceship Wasteland.
That's my idea about how when you're starting off as trying to do something creative, especially if you were a geek like me, you have no fucking idea how the world works because you're just this young suburban smacked ass. So anything you start writing or making as a movie, you either have to do it, set it in a zombie world, out in space, or in a wasteland, because you don't know how you got to wipe the world out first.
Right, you can't.
There's been because I don't know how to pay a utility bill or how the court system works yet. So or even how like
fuck is that brilliant.
So there's so many and if you notice a lot of people's first stuff, it's either they do some space opera or they do this zombie thing. Zombie is great. You're like, well, yeah, there's zombies, so there's no laws. You got to get a gun and a can of food.
You don't have to know how shit works.
That's the first thing that you do.
Don't have to be able to you don't have to be able to interpret life and write about it or put it to film.
Yeah.
You just make it up because everything's gone. Brilliant.
Yeah. Well,
smart.
Even comedians have that thing. At least I did when you start off, you're so nervous and you're so insecure that what you do is if you watch comedians, especially my early stuff, all I'm doing is pointing out how stupid everything is and how I'm brilliant notice how dumb this is, and this guy's a fucking asshole, and this guy's an idiot, and then it takes you a while to get older to go, okay, here's some stupid shit I learned about myself. Like, here's how I'm a fucking idiot. But when you're young, you're too terrified to go up there and go, oh, here's a stupid thing I did. At least I was.
You're afraid they won't relate to it. You figure they relate to... I found out my first bit of press was my friend's brother wrote for a local paper, and it's a real cheese dick picture of me. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, like game shows, things that really upset me. I don't know. I should be fucking executed.
Yeah, I have a comedian friend named Dave Anthony who said that you can tell like the young comedians because they're just angry at nothing. Yeah. They just think you're supposed to be angry. So like, what's the deal with toast? Get a fucking piece of bread, then it's hot, now it's crunchy. Bullshit! Like they just like you literally have not done anything yet. You're grasping for things to be angry. Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
It's when you get older that you're scared enough to go, oh, okay. Hey, listen to this stupid bullshit I did. You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah, you're not as afraid they're not gonna. You kind of get a better sense they're gonna relate just because they're people.
And also,
you're confident.
You're trying to be. You're trying to keep this image of that you're cool. And self-deprecation. You don't see that as being cool when you're younger. You see it as, I don't want to point this out myself. Perish the thought somebody else sees this.
Yes.
And
there's nothing less funny than cool. That is the unfunniest thing on the planet is cool.
Is somebody trying to be cool.
God, it's painful.
Rock star comedians are fucking horrendous.
Oh God. Because you're trapped. Once you establish that the whole thing is that I'm cool, you can never become vulnerable or go like it's just. You're just fucked.
People like that. For years, like we would do the show and not point out when we fucked
mistakes
up.
and stuff.
Like we would fuck shit up and just have to stutter and kind of go
and just move on to something
else. And then when Jimmy came aboard on the show, like came aboard.
I say that. Believe me, I would fucking gut you like a lamb for that. But I said welcome aboard to somebody earlier today. It was fucking horrible. And I meant it too. I wasn't even being ironic. I was like, really, welcome aboard.
It was a hallway thing I witnessed.
When Jimmy joined the program,
join the team, man.
He would point.
He started pointing out the shit.
Point out shit when we
It was
fuck
so
up.
uncomfortable. I'm like, why are you doing that?